Raja Yoga by Swami Vivekananda. We have spoken about Yama and Niyama. Next comes Pranayama. Prana means the vital forces in one's own body. Yama means controlling them. There are three sorts of pranayama: the very simple, the middle, and the very high. The whole of pranayama is divided into two parts. One is called filling, and the other is called emptying. When you begin with 12 seconds, it is the lowest pranayama. When you begin with 24 seconds, it is the middle pranayama. That pranayama is the best, which begins with 36 seconds. That pranayama in which there is first perspiration, then vibration of the body, and then rising from the seat and joining of the man's soul with great bliss is the very highest pranayama. There is a mantra called the Gayatri. It is a very holy verse of the Vedas. We meditate on the glory of that being who has produced this universe. May he enlighten our minds. Then Om is joined to it at the beginning and end. In one pranayama, repeat three Gayatris. In all books, they speak of pranayama being divided into Rechaka, rejecting or exhaling, Puraka, inhaling, and Kumbhaka, restraining, stationary. The Indriyas, the organs of the senses, are acting outwards and coming in contact with external objects. Bring them under the control of the will is what is called pratyahara. Gathering towards oneself is the literal translation. Fixing the mind on the lotus of heart or on the center of the head is what is called dharana. When remaining in one place, making one place as the base, where the waves of the mind rise up without being touched by the other waves. When all of the waves are stopped and the one wave only rises in the mind, that is called dhyana, meditation. When no basis is necessary, when the whole of the mind has become one wave, one formedness, it is called samadhi. Bereft of all help from places and centers, only the meaning of the thing is present. If the mind can be fixed on one center for 12 seconds, it will be a dharana. 12 such dharanas will be a dhyana, and 12 such dhyanas will be a samadhi. The next is asana, posture. The only thing to understand is to hold the body straight, leaving the body free with the chest, shoulders, and head straight. When there is fire or in water or in ground which is strewn with dry leaves, or where there are wild animals, where four streets meet, or where there is too much noise, or too much fear, or too many ant hills, where there are many wicked persons, yoga must not be practiced in such places. This applies more particularly to India. When the body feels very lazy, do not practice. Or when the mind is very miserable and sorrowful, or when the body is ill, go to a place which is well hidden and where people do not come to disturb you. As soon as you do not want people to know what you are doing, all the curiosity in the world will be awakened. But if you go into the street and want people to know what you are doing, they will not care. Do not choose dirty places, rather choose beautiful scenery or a room in your own house which is beautiful. When you practice, first salute all the ancient yogis and your own guru and God, and then begin. Dhyana is spoken of, and a few examples are given of what to meditate upon. Sit straight and look at the tip of your nose. Later on, we will come to know how that concentrates the mind. By controlling the two optic nerves, one advances a long way towards the control of the arc of reaction, and so to the control of the will. There are a few specimens of meditation. Imagine a lotus upon the top of the head, several inches up, and virtue as its center. The stalk as knowledge. The 8 petals of the lotus are the 8 powers of the yogi. Inside the stamens and pistils are renunciation. If the yogi refuses the external powers, he will come to salvation. So the 8 petals of the lotus are the 8 powers. So the internal stamens and pistils are the extreme renunciation. The renunciation of all these. Inside of that lotus, think of the golden one, the Almighty, the intangible, He whose name is Om, the inexpressible, surrounded with effulgent light. Meditate on that. Another meditation is given. Think of a space in your head, and in the midst of this space, think that a flame is burning. Think of that flame as your own soul, and inside that flame is another space, effulgent, and that is the soul of your soul, God. Meditate upon that in the heart, chastity, non injuring, pardoning everyone, even the greatest enemy, truth, faith in the Lord. These are the different vrittis. Be not afraid if you are not perfect in all of these. Work, and the others will come. He who has given up all attachment, all fear, and all anger, he whose whole soul has gone unto the Lord, he who has taken refuge in the Lord, whose heart has become purified, whatsoever desire he comes to the Lord, he will grant that to him. Therefore, worship him through knowledge, or worship him through love, or worship him through renunciation. He is my beloved